Going back 65 miles per hour in the airport, 25. I hope he don't get his bag. No, don't say that, brother.
Manny Pacquiao has enlisted Terence Crawford at his training camp, and the clips emerging from Wild Card Boxing Gym are sending waves through the boxing community. Insiders report that Crawford's role is focused on mimicking Floyd Mayweather's defensive style, particularly his shoulder roll and counterpull moves that troubled Pacquiao back in 2015. Those familiar with the camp reveal that their sparring has been intense, with Crawford challenging Manny more rigorously than any partner has in recent memory.
Talked about things outside of sparring, but I think once, we got in the ring, he was so locked in. I was so locked in, like there was nothing really to say. And we both focused on the...
Sources indicate that this partnership began roughly 3 weeks ago when Pacquiao's camp contacted Crawford via shared connections at Top Rank. Insiders report that Freddie Roach was initially hesitant, concerned that Crawford's counterpunching could clash with Manny's aggressive style. However, gym insiders say Roach shifted his stance after seeing that Crawford's defensive mastery closely mirrors the challenges Floyd Mayweather will present on September 19th at the Sphere. According to sources, Roach told the team, if Manny can navigate Crawford's defense in training, he'll have a path to break Floyd's strategy in the fight.
Motivated, he's focused, he's stay in the gym, he's a gym rat, he loves boxing to the core, like, yeah, that's a dangerous man right now because he got something on his mind that, he wanna.
The opening sparring between Pacquiao and Crawford reportedly exceeded everyone at Wild Card's expectations in intensity. Observers say they went 4 rounds wearing 16-ounce gloves, with Crawford limited to purely defensive maneuvers, shoulder rolls, pivots, pull counters, and clinches whenever Manny closed the distance. Insiders note that Pacquiao struggled through the first 2 rounds, missing combinations as Crawford punished him with sharp counterpunches. Onlookers noticed visible frustration as Manny pursued Crawford without landing any solid power shots. By rounds 3 and 4, the dynamic shifted. Witnesses report Pacquiao began cutting off the ring more efficiently, using angled footwork rather than charging straight ahead. He targeted Crawford's midsection with left hooks to the ribs, forcing Terence to lower his guard and opening opportunities for head shots. Those present say Crawford was caught by a clean straight left that made him step back and reconsider. Sources add that Roach was shouting from the corner, instructing, "Body first, then upstairs. Keep him guessing."
Yeah, I tried to stop him, but I told him to hold back a little bit.
Yeah. Freddie Roach's approach to incorporating Crawford became much clearer after that initial sparring session. Sources indicate Roach told the training team that Crawford embodies Floyd's defensive style, but with superior speed and reflexes. He reportedly explained that if Manny can consistently break down Crawford's defense in practice, tackling Floyd's version, despite his experience, should be more achievable. According to insiders, Roach commented, "Crawford moves faster than Floyd will in September. This gives Manny the chance to prepare against an even tougher version of what he'll face in the ring."
I was making him a better fighter, and the footwork, the hooks, both hands, using both hands, it worked out really well. And then, once he became a two-fisted fighter,
Just 3 days later, their second sparring session intensified dramatically. Sources say they went 6 rounds, with Crawford told to clinch and control the inside whenever Pacquiao approached, mirroring Floyd's tactics to stifle close-range attacks. Observers report that a major part of the session centered on Manny learning to generate separation fast and strike in the brief moment before Crawford could lock him up. According to insiders, Pacquiao was visibly improving at reading when Crawford would initiate the clinch, responding with sharp 2-punch combinations before the hold occurred.
It was good sparring. It was very, a very good experience for me. I'm gonna take it to the grave.
According to reports from the camp, Terence Crawford's guidance has been a game changer. Sources note that he isn't just sparring, he's teaching defensive strategies between rounds from a master's perspective. Insiders say Crawford explains how the shoulder roll functions, showing how to angle the body so punches glance off harmlessly while keeping the counterhand ready. Observers add that Crawford emphasized to Manny that defeating the shoulder roll requires constant combination attacks, never isolated power punches, forcing the defender to process multiple threats at once.
Defense like catch, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
You know, Floyd hands down. Then making you pay, catching counter, catching, slipping. You know what I mean? Like hitting you with shots that you don't see. Like that's where Floyd mastered. You know, hitting.
Focusing on body attacks has become a key element of Pacquiao's training. Reports indicate that both Roach and Crawford stress that while Floyd's defense is strong for protecting his head, his body is more vulnerable. Witnesses say they are drilling Manny on landing left hooks to the liver and right uppercuts to the solar plexus, aiming at spots the shoulder roll leaves exposed. Sources add that Roach constantly reminds him, Floyd has always hated body shots, hit him there and his guard will fall.
He had speed and he had power, and it's very, very hard to get those two together.
At that size.
Yeah.
Brian McIntyre, Crawford's longtime coach, has also joined the camp, sources say. Insiders report that he's collaborating with Pacquiao's conditioning team on targeted interval training to sustain explosive speed across 12 rounds. Observers claim they're running drills where Manny unleashes maximum output combinations on the heavy bag for 3-minute intervals, then immediately shifts into defensive footwork, simulating the rhythm needed to keep up offensive pressure while staying protected. According to sources, McIntyre emphasized to the team that endurance will be decisive. If Manny can keep the pace through rounds 9 to 12, Floyd's legs are likely to falter.
Well, you got to think about, you know, who Manny fought, man. You know, he almost fought bigger guys. So, I mean, Manny's mobile. Spence ain't. So, it'll be great.
The clip that surfaced on social media this week shows roughly 45 seconds of Pacquiao hitting mitts with Roach. Sources indicate that this brief footage barely scratches the surface of the camp's work. Insiders report that the core of the preparation lies in the technical sparring with Crawford, where they focus on tackling precise defensive challenges. Observers of the full training sessions say Manny appears quicker and more precise than he was during preparations for Mario Barrios last year. Reports note a distinct intensity in the camp this time, driven by Pacquiao's awareness that this fight represents his final opportunity to avenge the most significant defeat of his career.
At the beginning of this conversation, you say, I don't like boastful people. How was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
Yeah, he's boastful. I think his god is the material things, money, everything like that.
Sources close to Terence Crawford say his drive to assist Pacquiao is personal. Insiders report that Crawford has long believed Manny was denied his prime years while waiting for Floyd to agree to the fight. Now, Crawford aims to help secure a definitive revenge. People familiar with their discussions say Crawford told Manny, Floyd played it safe his whole career. Let's show that real fighting beats defensive boxing. Sources add that Crawford sees a Pacquiao victory as a statement favoring aggressive, come-forward fighters over cautious, points-focused boxers in the sport's historical debates.
He always just lying and trying to make up a lie after a lie to convince us that he's not lying.
The sparring sessions have progressed into a detailed study of Floyd's habits from their 2015 bout. Sources say they've been reviewing footage together, with Crawford highlighting moments when Floyd's shoulder roll created openings Manny missed. Insiders report that Crawford pointed out at least 6 instances between rounds 4 and 7 where Floyd's front foot positioning exposed him to left-hand body shots, but Pacquiao didn't take advantage because his corner hadn't instructed him to target those areas. Sources add that Crawford told Manny, Floyd follows patterns. Once you spot them, you can time him. He's not unpredictable, he's just excellent at forcing you to fight his fight.
So if Floyd goes in there and gets touched up or doesn't have it anymore and the reflexes aren't what they were, and we've seen Manny still has a little bit of it. He looked a little old in the Barrios fight, looked a little susceptible to being...
Andre Ward reportedly contacted Pacquiao's team after learning about Crawford's involvement. Sources say he spoke directly with Freddie Roach, sharing insights from what proved effective against Floyd's defense in their own sparring years ago. Insiders indicate that Ward stressed Floyd's struggles against fighters who make him initiate exchanges, suggesting Manny occasionally retreat to draw him in and set up counters. Roach is said to have confirmed that they're applying this guidance in select rounds of the Crawford sparring, training Manny to operate effectively off the back foot.
If he said, hey, Manny, I want to fight, you gonna fight?
Even here.
Oh, my goodness.
Even here.
Yeah, that fire never dies, man. That never
now
dies.
my right hand is complete. So
Yeah.
Timothy Bradley reportedly reacted quickly to news of the Pacquiao-Crawford training setup. Sources say he took to social media, raising concerns about whether this approach might help or harm Manny's confidence. Bradley noted that Crawford's skill level is so high it could cause Pacquiao to question his strategy if sparring sessions go poorly. Insiders claim he warned that facing elite opponents in training can sometimes create doubt rather than boost assurance, particularly for a 47-year-old preparing for the most important fight of his comeback.
You know, however, Manny Pacquiao can't beat no damn Mayweather, man. Sorry to tell y'all, he can't beat no Mayweather, man. Nope, not at all. But anyways, I'm Tim Desert Storm Bradley, man. You already know the damn rest, and I'm out.
Sean Porter gave a contrasting view on the Pacquiao-Crawford partnership. Sources report that Porter lauded the strategy, describing it as brilliant preparation since Crawford's style pushes Manny to tackle defensive challenges at peak difficulty. According to insiders, Porter told his podcast audience that if Pacquiao can consistently connect on Crawford during sparring, breaking down Floyd's older, slower version of the same defense should be far more manageable. He added that this level of advanced preparation is what distinguishes true legends from the rest.
He's shown that he still has the abilities that he's had. They're clearly not what they used to be, but they're still there, you know. And then beyond that, the fact that he lives a good, clean life.
Reports indicate that the intense training regimen is taking a noticeable toll on Pacquiao's body. Sources close to the medical team say he's undergoing ice baths twice a day and receiving comprehensive physical therapy to help manage the strain and recovery from the heavy workload.
So to see Manny go out there and try it again, to see him go out there and prove that he's still the best, it's always going to be short. Floyd is showtime. Floyd is the guy who have people coming to see him fight. So
insiders report that sparring with Crawford is pushing Pacquiao harder than any recent training, as Crawford's movement forces him to exert extra effort to cut off angles and close in. Observers note that Roach is closely tracking the workload to avoid overtraining or injury ahead of the September fight.
Your body is getting in shape to withstand the rounds, the time, the grappling, the holding, the hitting, all that. So you need that.
How do you judge when you're doing too much?
Nutritionist Fortune Gordon Chillo has reportedly put Pacquiao on a tailored diet to match the rigors of his training. Sources say he's consuming 6 meals a day, emphasizing lean proteins and complex carbs strategically timed around workouts. Insiders indicate the goal is to reach a natural fight weight near 147 pounds while preserving muscle and enhancing speed. According to reports, the plan is specifically designed to keep Manny's fast-twitch muscle fibers firing at peak efficiency, even at 47 years old. Justin Fortune, Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coach, has been overseeing targeted power-building workouts. Sources report they're incorporating resistance bands into shadow boxing to enhance punch explosiveness while preserving proper form. According to insiders, Fortune noted that Manny's genetics are extraordinary. His hand speed at 47 remains elite, but they must maintain enough power behind those rapid punches to seriously challenge Floyd and command respect in the ring.
Manny gave Floyd his first loss.
What would that mean to Floyd? I don't know.
What would it mean to Manny?
Well, we just sort of, the last time we fought Floyd, his shoulder was all messed up, so it might have been a different outcome. That's...
Sources say the mental training has been just as crucial as the physical work. Reports indicate sports psychologist Michael Jervis is guiding Pacquiao through visualization exercises tailored for facing defensive specialists. Insiders explain that Manny mentally rehearses landing precise combinations on Floyd, using setups with body shots and feints. People close to the camp add that Jervis is helping Pacquiao transform the frustration from his 2015 loss into controlled, focused aggression instead of desperate.
11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
it just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is...
Sources report that Crawford's forecast for the fight has added extra drive for Pacquiao. Insiders say Terence told those in the gym he believes Manny can stop Floyd within 8 rounds if he applies everything from their training. According to sources, Crawford explained that Floyd's legs aren't what they used to be at 49, and consistent body shots from Manny will wear him down sharply in the later rounds. People present say Crawford was very precise, pointing to rounds 6 through 8 as the window when Floyd's defense is most likely to collapse.
I just think the experience, the power, is going to, take him to a victory.
Since news of Crawford joining the camp surfaced, betting markets have reportedly shifted. Sources say Manny's odds moved from plus 180 to plus 145 after training footage began circulating. Insiders note that professional bettors are viewing the Crawford preparation as a meaningful advantage. According to sources familiar with Las Vegas sportsbooks, most of the sharp money is backing Pacquiao to win by decision, particularly expecting him to take rounds 7 through 12.
Never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd, ever.
But
never
Pacquiao,
thought
he's one of my favorite fighters.
Who?
Floyd and Pacquiao, they're one of my favorite fighters. But I still
Floyd's
want to
the
see
longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
You know,
But let's be real. What this is all
Floyd's team has reportedly stayed entirely quiet regarding Pacquiao's training. Sources indicate they are aware of Crawford's involvement, but have made no public statements or changes to their own preparations. Insiders close to Mayweather say he remains extremely confident that no sparring can truly replicate a fight with him, relying on his unmatched ring IQ and in-fight adjustments. According to reports, people around Floyd are saying, "Let Manny train with anyone he wants. Floyd will still make him look foolish."
How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
The fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting for the people and the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and
Camp insiders say the last 2 weeks of training will be critical. Sources report that Crawford's participation is scheduled to conclude roughly 10 days before the fight, allowing Manny to refine his skills with regular sparring partners while minimizing injury risk. By that point, Crawford is expected to have instilled the key defensive problem-solving techniques. The final phase will concentrate on timing, speed, and reinforcing peak confidence. Those familiar with Roach's plan say they'll reduce overall training volume while keeping intensity high to ensure Pacquiao reaches his peak on September 19th.